How to Train Your Dragon, the 2025 live-action remake. To which I say no. Just no. Now, look, every live-action remake of a cartoon is inherently unnecessary. It's never as good as the original, even if it's somewhat enjoyable in isolation. But I couldn't even make it through this remake, which, in spite of a favorable reception, feels to me like a textbook example of why these movies should not exist. Cartoons are effective because they don't have to hew to reality. You can have one character the size of a rhino standing next to someone who looks like a coat rack, and it's fine. And no matter how big or small, characters move with light agility. Take those characters and put them into a movie with human actors, and what has to happen is everything is normalized. When the real world intrudes, the huge shrink, the skinny grow, and everything is more affected by gravity. That's what happens in this remake, yet the movie is desperate to retain the spirit of the cartoons. It was helmed by the same director as the trilogy, and so the acting is very, very, very broad, which means that the one thing you could gain from real actors, reality, is nowhere to be seen. This is why the best takes on classic cartoons are movies like Maleficent or Enchanted that ask, what if these were real people? What would that look like? The problem with this remake is it's almost exactly like the cartoon, but it's not the cartoon. It's a shadow movie that brings nothing new, but does the old thing worse. Still, if you're a kid who's never seen the original and for whom overly broad, two-dimensional acting is the norm, which is the case in kids' movies, you might think this is a terrific movie. But like every other live-action version of a great cartoon, this movie exists not because there was a new story to tell or a new way to tell it, but because there was a new way to make money. And that just makes me sad. So I give it 5 out of 10 stars.